Hey everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about filleting our fish we caught today, which is speckled sea trout out of the Gulf of Mexico, primarily at Dunedin Causeway in Dunedin. We caught them this morning. So I have two fish. I'm going to show you how to fillet, which I do about 95% of the time, depending on the size of the fish. And then after we fillet them, we'll wash them out thoroughly, and I'll prepare them in a salt brine mixture that I usually leave in the refrigerator for roughly about 1 to 2 days. And then they're ready either to be vacuum sealed and frozen for an indefinite period of time, or ready for the oven and down the hatch. So come on in my kitchen and I'll show you what we do. I've put the sea trout in an ice bath for the last 3 hours to solidify the meat and make it great for filleting. We've gutted them in the water, we bled them out so that there's very little blood hopefully left in the meat. So we'll take out a little smaller one. There we go. Ice cold. There we go. And this is our spotted sea trout. As you can see, there's still a little bit of blood left in it, but all of that will be washed out once we fillet these. So let me clean my hands real good so I don't slip. And then I'll show you, I use a Dexter knife. Primarily these have moderate skins, they're real light. But this is a Dexter P94813 fillet knife. Semi-flex, and it's 9 inches long, which works great. But every time I'll sharpen it a couple of times before I do anything. Just run it about 6 times. Then we just rinse it all out because there are shavings. Okay. And now we're ready to fillet this boy up. What we do, we usually cut at an angle right behind the gill plate, just at an angle, slightly right to the top of the backbone. And what we're going to do, we're going to go on the either side of the backbone and slightly, about an inch in, all the way down, and then finally go through and slice it all the way out through the tail. This is real easy. We just have to be careful. You can feel the backbone, like right now, as far in as I've got it. That's as far in as I've got it, and I feel the backbone. So we just ride on top of the backbone, like that, just a little bit, and now I can go over the backbone, slide on it, and go right out the tail. And now, if you can hear it, I'm going right on top of the backbone. There we go. And we've got a fillet. That's how easy this is done. We'll wash it out. Just rinse out any impurities we see. This is great meat, really nice, good, just really nice shape. We'll leave that in there. And that's what it should look like, down to the bone. Now we'll flip it over and we'll do the same thing. We'll go right behind the gill plate. Just slice it down at an angle because you want as much meat as close to the head bone as possible. Turn it over, and now I'll go from the top right down on top of the backbone. And about this point, I could start realizing the top. And then I just slide on top of the skeleton all the way out to get all the meat. I'll come up in the front here and scrape the backbone and cut it. And there you go. another beautiful fillet. Real simple, nothing hard to do. So if you haven't done a lot of fishing in your life, you can easily do this and not be afraid that you're going to ruin a fish. Now we're going to wash the board out, and I'll show you how to pull the skin off. Let's get these little guys first. Just grab it there. Usually I like to keep it where I can get parallel with the top of the pan, so I like my hand overhanging. Just at a slight angle, and you have to have a sharp knife. Grab the skin, just like I'm doing. And again, it's all up to a sharp knife. And look at that. Skin off, and there you go. Beautiful skinned fillet. So there you go. This is how we fillet everyday fish. I'll do it up to 30, 40, 50 pounds like this, big striped bass and so forth. And now I'll get ready the salt brine mixture, and I'll show you what we do. Now for our salt brine mixture, I do religiously all my fish. I'll get a pan, put some water in it. Let me get the fillets in here. These are some beautiful fillets. All right, we'll make sure everything is covered. The water covers them completely. Okay. There's a lot of different recipes out there for brining. This is what I do. I've done it for years. I really haven't had a problem. So once the fish are in here, and they're just laying out underwater, I'll just take some salt and I'll just give it a nice generous amount. It doesn't make your fish salty. Then put the cover on it. Just shake it a little bit, make sure it dissolves. And I will leave the fish in this for about 1-2 days in a nice cold refrigerator. Then take it out and prepare it either to vacuum seal or to get ready for a meal. So there you have it. Now you've seen how to fillet a fish. That's every day. Anybody can do this, beginners or more experienced. Okay guys, now we're ready to prepare these fish, pat them up dry, and then put them in I have a commercial VIP 112S VacMaster vacuum seal machine. Entry-level commercial. And it does great for house. So what we'll do, we're gonna use a fork, take this, pat it dry on a towel, take several of these, and we'll make up some bags and put these little fillets in there. And this is what you do. Make a meal-sized portion. So I'm going to put about 4 fillets in a bag, and that should work. I have these bags I ordered online, plastic bags. And then once I defrost them and I'm ready to eat, whether it's a week or 2 years later, once they're deep frozen after they're vacuum sealed, I still go and do fine trimming, take some of the red meat off. I do it at that point right before I'm ready to eat. And that's a good package of meat. Move this one here. So all you do is lay it in there, pick this up, it's a little clamp, get the bottom of the bag in there, lock it down. 2 hands like that. Let's turn the power on. And I have this set for maximum vacuum at 70 seconds. And we hit start. And it'll do an automatic release when she's done. And this is how I prepare my fish or any meat that I harvest from the field. After I clean it, debone it, or fillet it, get it ready, pat it dry, stick it in here. After it comes out vacuum sealed, I'll mark it with a magic marker, the date and the place I caught it, and what it is. Pop it into the deep freeze. I've eaten striped bass over 3 years old in the deep freeze, vacuum sealed properly. It tasted like it just came out of the ocean. Now, she has a heat strip here. 6 seconds it's on there, then it'll give me a release. You hear it? There you go. And then we're able to put both hands on here, lift it up, and I'll show you the final product. This is vacuum sealed. Look at that. All the air taken out of the bag, ready to go into the freezer. So I look forward to seeing you guys tune in again. Please subscribe. All the links will be below for everything that we used in this video. And until I see you again, God bless you.